Aloha, this is Matt Groening.
And David X. Cohen.
Welcome to Matt Groening and David X. Cohen Go to Space, which is a lie.
It's an utter lie, but it's more exciting than what actually happened, which was still pretty exciting.
It's pretty good. We decided after all these years of drawing cartoons about people going into space that we would go up and experience weightlessness ourselves.
And Matt had done this before, and he was going to take his two sons with him. But one of them, to my great good fortune, could not make it.
So yes, Abe had to be a summer camp counselor, and so we just took Will, who's the young-looking kid, and David Cohen, my second son.
These weightless flights are actually a commercial venture. The company was founded by a guy named Peter Diamandis, and he told us that it took 11 years to get the FAA to certify these flights. But once they got the certification, they actually have the full safety certification of any commercial airline, so they assure us that it is quite safe. What happens on these flights is that the plane follows a parabolic trajectory, so it goes on the same path that an object would go if you threw it in Earth's gravitation. So the plane is basically in free fall, and you're in free fall within the plane, so you are weightless. Gravity is acting on you, but it's acting on the plane in the same way.
And you're weightless for about 30 seconds. This first scene is us not experiencing actual weightlessness, but moon gravity?
Yeah, I think actually it was 2 runs at Mars gravity, which is a third of Earth gravity, and then 1 run at moon gravity, or 1/6 of Earth gravity, just to get you used to it.
Yes, and then you get a dozen or so pure weightless experiences.
And here we go. I think we go up and then drop about 3,600 feet or something during the weightless portion, and plus there's acceleration and deceleration, so probably about a mile drop each time, actually.
Luckily, there's no windows to look out. You know what's amazing about this? People ask, do you get sick? No, you do not get sick. In fact, they feed you little snacks before you go up, and it's really fun. And there's David Cohen eating an M&M. That's a very highly evolved space experiment.
And I ultimately failed. It's much more difficult than you would think. I succeeded in eating it, but I failed to eat it out of the air. It's pretty hard.
Here's the deal about being weightless. You can't swim, okay? So basically you push yourselves off of the wall and bounce around. And at the end of the 30 seconds, they give you a warning. They say, feet down, coming down, because gravity does return. That's why the floor is padded. But it doesn't come back instantaneously. And one of the amazing things about this thing is that anybody can do it. You pay your money, and there's young and old, and we had a blast, and I'm going to do it again. That was my second time.
I would do it again. I was scared, but upon doing it, I realized it was actually kind of relaxing. It's shocking to hear that, but I expected it to feel like a roller coaster, and it didn't. There's no sensation of sickness in your stomach. It's very gentle as you float off the floor. And I think it's just because on a roller coaster, they really just pull the rug out from under you, and you just go instantly from 1G to 0G.
I like that when I invited you to join me on this thing, that you said you had to get permission from your wife, Patty, because you were a new dad and you didn't want to crash in this thing. And what did Patty say?
She said, go, get out.
And didn't you wear your flight suit out to eat
I
afterwards?
did. Everyone gets a flight suit, as you can see, and you get to keep it afterwards, which I didn't know. So I actually wore it out to dinner, and I was a little bit embarrassed because I thought it's going to look weird walking around in a spacesuit. But I soon discovered that in Los Angeles, walking around in a spacesuit elicits no reaction from anybody, so it was fine.
Well, I had a slightly different experience. I stopped for gas on the way home, and then the person in the next car asked me to change their oil.
So thank you very much, Matt. That was an experience of a lifetime. I really appreciate it.
It was great. It was an amazing thing. I highly recommend it for everybody. It's really, really fun. Abe, aren't you sorry you didn't come along?
Ha ha!